Hello everyone. Today our discussion topic is benchmarking. Before going to discuss vastly about benchmarking, we must know what is benchmarking. Benchmarking is a method for identifying and importing best practices in order to improve performance. Or we can say the process of learning, adapting and measuring outstanding practices and process from any organization to improve performance. Let's move on to the next slide, and here you can see that concept of benchmarking. Benchmarking is basically a type of concept that is related with bringing breakthrough in performance, and this breakthrough in performance can be brought about by gaining the creative adoption. Creative adoption can be gained knowing the answer to two types of questions. One is what is the performance level and how do we do it? It means our own company performance level and how we achieve those performance level. And the next one is what are others' performance levels and how did they get there? If we are able to find or knowing the answer of these two questions, then it will be helpful for us to gain the creative adoption. Here you can see the benchmarking history timeline. Benchmarking basically introduced in the early 1970s, where company do the same thing just like benchmarking company. Late 1970s, Xerox embarked on creating the next phase of benchmarking, which is competitive benchmarking. Competitive benchmarking means compete your own organization or one's own organization with competitors, with other competitors by or in terms of some performance measures. In the early 1980s, the focus of benchmarking switched from competitive benchmarking to process benchmarking. And late 1980s, the two new phases emerged. These are strategic and global benchmarking. And today, benchmarking becomes the most used, powerful and competitive practices for continuous quality improvement. Why benchmark? We already know about the definition of benchmark and the concept of benchmark. Now we must have a clear idea why benchmark should be introduced in every organization. First reason or first point is identify opportunities to improve performance. Without identifying the opportunities, it is totally quite impossible to improve our performance. Second one, learn from others' experience. Learning from the experience of others help us to improve our performance and also help us to identify our mistake in each and every sector. Third one, set realistic but ambitious targets. It means the target should be set which is matched with our reality, and the target should be ambitious. And next one is, last one is allocating resources properly within an organization. Here you can see a chart which represents the levels of benchmarking analysis. You can see that there are three levels of benchmarking. From the above, external, then internal, here comparing projects over time, and the last one is internal, comparing one project with another. In external, benchmarking the company that is relative to the industry, and in internal, where comparing projects over time, review of the efficiency of the project system, and last one, also internal, where comparing one project with another. Evaluation of individual projects is done in this phase. And last one, process benchmarking. Strategic benchmarking. Strategic benchmarking is basically means how public private and non-profit organizations compete or compare with each other, and it moves across industries and cities to determine what are the best strategic outcomes. Performance benchmarking. Performance benchmarking means how public, private, and non-profit organizations comparing themselves in terms of products and services. And it focuses on elements of cost, technical quality, service features, speed, reliability, and other performance comparison. And last one is process benchmarking. Process benchmarking means focuses on the selected business process in the business rather than on the business as a whole. Thank you. My co-partner will represent the rest of the topic.
In the previous discussion, we have learned about what is benchmarking and types of benchmarking. Now we will learn when not to benchmark. There are several circumstances at this point benchmarking is not done. First one is target. When target is not critical to the core business functions. Customer requirements is not clear. When key stakeholders are not involved, inadequate resources to carry through, no plan for implementing findings, and the last one is fear of sharing information with other organizations. Now, as we can see, the benchmarking process, which starts with planning, collecting data, analyzing, and improving practices. Well, planning includes determine the purpose of scope of the project, select the process to benchmark, choose the team, define the scope, and develop a flowchart for process, establish process measures, identifying benchmarking partners. Well, next, collection of data. Collection of data is conducted through background research to gain through understanding on the process and partnering organization. It may be done through using questionnaires, conducting site visits, and conducting interviews. Analysis. The analysis is done for the determining the performance gap. And the last one is improving practices. Improving practices, report findings and brief management, develop an implementation plan, implement process improvements, monitor performance measurements, and track progress, recalibrate the process as needed. There are some approaches of benchmarking, and this is the general approach of benchmarking, which starts with the what to benchmark, understand current performance, and plan, study others, learn from data, and use the findings. And there is the Xerox methodology of benchmarking, which starts with the planning, analysis, integration, and action, which includes different types of steps. And the next, AT&T process of benchmarking, which includes 12 steps, which starts with determine who the clients are, who will use the information to their process, and ends with the continuous improvement. Though benchmarking is done for the evaluating the performance of any organization with others, it also have some pitfalls and criticism. Benchmarking is the idea of copying others, and benchmarking is not a strategy or a business philosophy, rather than it's an improvement tool, not a substitute for innovation. It is a source of ideas from outside. When benchmarking, you should avoid expecting that benchmarking will be quick or easy. Thank you, that's all.